Today on Drawbli, we are drawing
Succulents.
succulents. You can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. Now, as you can see, we have already started on our succulents. We started warming up, and then we were like, wow, this is actually really hard. And I don't want to redo some of my terrible lines that I've already made.
It's
so
too early for that.
let's just actually use
on in.
let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
So far, how do you think your succulent is going?
Slowly but surely.
I agree.
I'm probably just gonna focus on trying to create this one in the middle here and see how I do with that, and not really try to branch out much farther than that if I can help it, because this is hard.
Oh yeah, I saw the one that you picked. It's very complex.
Yeah.
Mine is a little more dense than one of yours, I think, but they're about the same.
I kind of suspected I'd just be doing one of them.
Yeah, this is complicated. I haven't done like a lot of like fractally type things, which is what, plants are.
Right.
If you have never looked up fractal art before, definitely go check out some awesome fractal art. Fractals are really cool, and they are naturally occurring in a lot of different things, like plants, textures of insects, wood. Like
Is that where we start to see like the Fibonacci
everything.
spiral and
The Fibonacci. I think it's Fibonacci, but I like Fibonacci.
shows you what I know?
I don't. I honestly don't know. My lines are struggling. I am trying to not get lost, and I think I've already ding dang lost it here.
You got it.
No, I don't is the thing. I think I've been jumping around a lot, and I think I jumped around one too many times. And
You jumped a little too close to the sun.
now it's starting to get really out of whack. Like if you look at the succulent, it's very it's not very, but it's somewhat concentric in its rings, and I have just gotten here's my centerpiece, but then everything isn't necessarily even coming out of that. Whereas if you look at the actual succulent, it's much more even. Much more even than what I have, at least.
That's the thing about drawing plants, though, kind of like animals, is there's not necessarily a specific way it's supposed to look. It just looks away. So just draw close to what you see. You'll probably end up with something you like.
That's all we can do, is draw close to what we see. So I am going to try liquefying. I love liquefy. I think liquefy is amazing. I use it all the time.
It's a cool tool. I haven't used it a lot. I like to use it more when I'm making maybe a face, if I'm trying to draw a face and want to just play with the proportions.
Liquefy reminds me the most of sculpting, in kind of pushing and pulling form around. That is my jam. I'm all about that life. And the more I can have tools similar to what my brain understands, I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
more of this. I've done this before.
That reminds me that I'm really excited. I haven't been going through Loesha's tutorials with any great speed, but I'm excited for one that she has that's called How I Sculpt with Color. 'Cause she
Yeah.
doesn't sculpt, of course, but I think when I get to that one, I'll call you and say, hey, you want to come over to my house and watch this?
Your house? You mean
Yeah.
my house?
I know, I'm pretty sure it's my house. I think my name's on the lease and stuff.
I think mine's on the lease too.
Oh, I must have overlooked that. Always read your lease. Somebody else might just be on it, hanging out at your house all the time.
Oh yeah, like that person in the
Yeah,
attic.
I think your mom's calling. I think it's time for you to go home.
Oh, wow. My succulent's getting completely out of whack here, completely out of control. I'm just looking at it and panicking. I'm
Don't panic. If we're panicking at the sight of a succulent, I think we need to take a step back. Calm down.
I love how every single time we record, we're like, let's try drawing. And then we're like, oh no, drawing.
No!
Like,
What have we done?
the,
Once again.
yeah, the trajectory of each episode is just very much we did it again, huh?
We've done it again. Tried and not necessarily gotten much of anywhere. That's okay. How's your succulent going?
I'm trying to bring it back home, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I'm not. So usually I find that I like to try to come up with some new trick or workflow process using masks and tools or color drops and fills. I'm really not finding myself using any of those this time around. This is becoming just a very careful, slow, coloring in the lines process.
Oh, you're getting in some color? Ooh, okay. You're going for the
Yeah.
color.
Oh yeah, I just decided I'd step right up and put some color in.
YOLO it.
But at the same time, it also kind of makes me feel like I'm just not utilizing all the creative properties and potential.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a
Procreate.
very long time before we start using the full potential of anything.
This is true.
Like we should not be concerned about we should try to get away with like 10% potential.
This is probably very true and very comforting. The reminder is appropriate.
How many succulents do you think we have in our house?
The real question is how many have come and gone?
Yeah.
If there were like a
that's
people for
maybe
the
a better-
ethical treatment of succulents.
They would be knocking on our door.
Yeah, well, mine specifically, you've probably just been more reserved in your willy-nilly acquisition of succulents over your life, but I have always been bold and courageous.
Yeah, I haven't had too many. I do love some nice air plants. I feel like air plants are even easier than succulents.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Oh yeah, air plants.
And they're really
want
fun.
Very little in life, do they? They are fun. I think your air plant downstairs is really cute, and we found him on a sidewalk in Florida. So.
Yeah, we did. Do you remember his name?
Dilbert?
No,
No,
that was the
Luigi?
last one. His name is Waluigi.
Really? You're not doing yourself any favors in the I am not a Mario pervert department.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. I think it's time to come clean and admit that you
That's
are
not even
just...
Mario. That's Waluigi.
Yeah,
it's different.
alright.
And that's a great air plant name. You have to admit. Come on.
It is actually a really good air plant name.
I did it. I went very crazy. I kind of just started freehanding, freeballing it all, as
That's
they
all
say.
we can do sometimes.
Well, I feel like it's kind of worked in my favor a little because it's not necessarily accurate or really even that good, but it is something. And something's better than nothing?
In this case, yes?
I hope.
Yes.
Yes. Let's say yes. Let's just pretend like yes. I am just drawing more and more lines and gonna try to refine what I already... Don't look!
Oh, I can't. I never look at yours till the very end.
You're a
but this time
liar.
I'm looking, and you're doing a really good job.
Thanks.
I love that. I love that sketchy look. Like, see, by the time we're done with these, you're gonna be like a lot farther with yours, and I will not be able to truly tack on the title of finished. Finish it.
So you have a purple succulent over there.
Well, I'm finding that purple is too narrow of a word. It's many colors. It's pink, it's
Ooh.
green, it's blue, it's black.
Too narrow, huh?
Yeah.
I'm using a purple background. I don't think that's too narrow. I am using a dark mode background because it's pretty early right now. So, you know, got to give my eyes some time to
It is a
adjust.
very like rainy, wet fall day out there.
It is.
We recently moved our table in the kitchen so that it is up against the front window
Oh
of the
my
house.
God. This morning.
Now I get why cats sit on windowsills and just look outside because I sat there clutching my coffee cup, peering out into
Staring
the
at our
world.
neighbors.
There was a little family that just moved in across the street from us.
Abby's like cheering them on as they got in their car. Come
Well,
on,
they got
you can
like
do
a
it.
baby and a little girl, and it was wet and raining, and they were rushing to the car to get in the car and not get wet, and it was kind of inspiring.
Kind of inspiring. Watching this family get in their car. I was inspired.
They were really trying hard. I enjoyed it.
You're-
They didn't know they had cheerleaders, but
like
did.
if they would have looked over at our house, they would have like across the street. That's all they had to do. They might have seen you. They would have very clearly seen
blearily
just
grabbing
Abby,
my coffee.
Abby just sitting
Come
there
on.
in the window, holding up a sign. You can do it.
I believe.
Oh my God.
Happy for them though. And then they left, and I was like, well, now what do I do?
Now my morning is just boring. What am I supposed to do now?
Nothing else to do now. Because there was nothing else to watch outside. There was the grill cover on the neighbor's porch
Oh yeah,
that did not blow away.
Now I'm cheering on the grill cover. Don't blow away. It's so stormy
That
and
or
rainy
do blow
out there.
away. Go, be free.
Oh my god, you're done. Abby, are you a morning person?
It depends, I guess.
I don't think you're a morning person.
I like mornings.
You like the morning?
It depends on how well I slept, I guess.
I see.
I didn't sleep very well, but sometimes that just happens, and you gotta weather on anyway.
The day goes on.
The day goes on, and you gotta figure out a way to deal with that. Otherwise, you're just gonna miss the whole day and feel sad that you missed the whole day because you were tossing and turning during the night.
Well, maybe you weren't tired. Maybe that's why.
Oh, that is not the case. I was so tired. It's alright, though.
I don't know. I always, like, as long as I feel like if I'm awake in the middle of the night or, like, getting up, I'm just like, okay, I'll just get up. Because, like, obviously I'm not tired. And then I do that, and then later on when I do get tired, or like that next night, I'm like, okay, time to actually sleep. I'm ready to do some of that good old sleeping thing that people keep talking about.
There are all kinds of strategies and ways that people try to figure out how to chase that thing, that ever-moving goalpost that is good sleep.
I feel like I don't have trouble with the whole sleep thing, though.
That's
I don't know.
good. Happy for you.
Yeah,
Not bitter.
Not at all. Yeah.
No, I think I tore a muscle in my chest of some
Oh yeah, that's
kind.
right. You thought you were having a heart attack.
I didn't think I was having a heart attack, but the pain.
Really,
because
because those were the exact words that you used. I'm not meant long for this world.
I know.
You said.
I was like, this is the big one. It's taking me home.
Take me, Lord Jesus.
I tore a muscle rock climbing in my chest.
Not rock climbing, but bouldering.
Yes, bouldering.
We're
and
boulderers.
We're boulderers, but I tried what's called campusing. For those of you who don't know, that's where you try to climb using no foothold. You just climb up, monkey barring your way in a vertical direction.
It's very, very difficult.
It's very difficult, and I think I took on more than I could really chew. And
as we do with drawing, of course.
So
I feel like this is just our personality trait. Like, I feel like when we introduce ourselves to people in the future, we should just be like, hey, I'm Ben, or hey, I'm Abby, and I like to bite off way more than I can chew all of the time. Would you like to come over for dinner tonight? I know we just met.
I'm making something I've never made before. I don't know if it'll go well. I'll feel bad if it's bad. Yeah.
You're making my lines squiggle when I laugh.
But no, I've had stabbing chest pains.
Abby is dying. So if this is our last episode,
oh my goodness. I know. I'm like, this could be it. I've had a good life.
This could be the big one. Yes.
Oh no.
I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere here now that I'm going back over top and
good.
refine. Oh man, I'm actually happy about this one for
I'm
now.
glad.
Check back in with me in 30 seconds.
For sure.
And I'll let you know.
I know that feeling. I'm moving slowly but surely. I really don't think I will make significant progress on this piece.
It's not about significant.
But I love the colors I'm working with. Oh, these greens feeding into the purples and blues. There is a better way to do this than I'm doing it. I know there is, and I don't know what that way is. But the way I'm doing it, I'm enjoying. And I think that's good, right? Having a good time.
That's what it's all about. Having fun. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not enjoying drawing, what the heck are you doing?
Right. I know. We were talking about that earlier. Like,
why do a draw?
Why do really anything you don't want to if you have the option to not?
Obviously, if you're like, I'm in school for whatever, and I don't want to do that, it's like, well, maybe you have some bigger questions you need to ask yourself. Like, why am I here? Why do I hate all the things I'm doing?
Yes.
But I love the things I'm doing, which in this moment right now is drawing succulents.
Yeah, I love this. Oh, this is so fun. This is so pretty.
Succulents are actually, right now in this moment, my favorite thing to draw.
Oh, really? I know. I'm like, you want to just draw succulents all day? Would that be fun? Would you enjoy that?
Maybe not all day, but I am having fun. Look at it's doing things.
Your succulent?
Yeah, look, it's like
You've really cleaned up your line work.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're somebody who loves exact lines. I kind of favor a more sketchy look, but that I can't achieve.
Sounds like you're
can't
kind
even
of
do it.
saying that, hey, you're better at lines than me, but I'm gonna make an excuse as to why I don't try as hard as you.
Oh. That's a really hurtful way of putting that. Wow. I was trying to go for something nice. And you're just like, let me just take that compliment and stick it back in the dirt where it belongs.
Oh no, my pen stopped working. Hold on.
No.
Wait, no.
Ah!
Oh, it's working now.
What was going on?
I don't know. It just stopped working for a sec.
You think it was a user error?
I mean, most problems are, so. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
I freaked out once because I was trying to unwittingly use your Apple Pencil on my iPad.
Yeah, and you're
And
like
I was
smashing
sitting
it
there-
against your tablet, like just jamming it in there. I'm
I
like,
was?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
I thought I was like, were you there? And I was kind of worried because
Yes,
I
I
was
was-
like, oh no, this is new. I don't want to tell Ben that I broke this somehow already and it's broken now. And it was not broken.
Oh yeah, we should definitely tell the story of how you got your iPad, but maybe not in this episode because it's kind of a long story.
Oh yeah.
We can tell it in the next one. It's a really good one.
It is really good. It's a really, really sweet story, and I am happy now because of it. But what we can tell in this short amount of time is that since we've gotten the iPads, we've gotten those paper feel screen
Oh yeah,
protectors.
so our drawing might be a little more loud than normal.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely. You're definitely a person who likes to get up in there real strong with the pencil presses. I think at least I can hear your drawing more than I can hear mine.
That's true. I don't hear yours at all, and I hear mine pretty loudly. I like it though. It sounds so comforting. It sounds like pencil on paper.
Yeah, we got some of that nice background noise, little ambience. What's it called? ASMR. It's a little ASMR,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, for those of you who don't know, the paper feel screen protector makes your iPad, instead of being smooth glass, it kind of gives it like a little bit of a rough texture so that your Apple Pencil doesn't slip around on the screen, which is something I was definitely struggling with prior to acquiring.
And I was completely used to that feeling from using my Cintiq because that's a same glass screen kind of feel. I will say that I love the Apple Pencil. I think the Apple Pencil feels way better than my Wacom pen.
Oh, really? Huh.
Wacom.
Yeah, Apple does what they do. They do it quite well.
Yeah, they're really good at the whole product design thing. Good weight, good balance, feels nice in the hand. I approve this product.
I approve this Apple product.
I'm almost done. I've almost connected up. I did it.
Wow.
Look, Abby.
Let me see.
Huda.
Ooh, oh.
Well, that's maybe not the exact color I want, but
Oh, you were doing the selection tool?
Yeah, I love the
Nice.
selection tool in here is choice.
Yeah.
Real good.
Oh, good.
Love it. Way better than Photoshop in my opinion. As someone that has
really?
used that kind of stuff
How
a lot.
How would you describe it as better than Photoshop? That's really interesting.
Photoshop's actually is kind of just terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What makes it bad?
A lot of things. It kind of freezes. Sometimes it actually crashes Photoshop for me.
Oh, the selection tool does?
In Photoshop, if you double click with the mouse or double tap with your pen, it will auto close that selection, and you can't undo from that.
You're kidding.
No, it's really.
I would be so upset.
really
so
annoying.
upset. Like that is such
and it happens like quite often. It's kind of a design flaw. What else does it do? Like I said, it kind of crashes Photoshop, at least for me. Not super good. You in Procreate here, you can not only can you draw a selection, but you can tap and it'll just go to that spot. And I find that extremely nice. There are somewhat ways you can kind of do something similar in Photoshop, but it doesn't work exactly the same as
Adobe,
here.
take note.
Yeah, so the thing with Photoshop, right, is that, Photoshop is kind of the standard when it comes to digital painting software. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Maybe most people think of Photoshop and they're like, oh yeah, that's photo editing software. And that was their original intention, but like it's used for a million different things now. Like everything under the sun that you could possibly think of.
I mean, it's funny to me to think back to a time when these things weren't common knowledge to me and realize, like, oh yeah, people might not realize that the majority of beautiful digital paintings they see are probably done in Photoshop.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
using it like a canvas and a paintbrush.
I mean, it's a great tool. Don't get me wrong, but it does have the problem of bloat, and all kind of big software does. So
Yeah.
over time, they just keep adding more and more
Makes it
stuff.
very intimidating to like look at it with the idea of like trying to learn about it. In all honesty.
Yeah, so like, they're like, oh, digital painters use our tool. Let's make more features and tools for digital painters. And then they're like, oh, photo editors need this. And, front end web designers would like to use these tools. And they just keep throwing more and more and more at it until it just becomes over,
You don't know
well,
what would
in this
be
case,
useful
decades.
To you or absolutely.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of software. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I love Photoshop. I literally have it open on my computer right now. Like
wow.
it's always open on my machine. Like always. I use it all the time, every single day. That's what I use to composite all of my 3D renders from my characters. It's a great tool, but Procreate is made specifically for digital painting, digital art. And that is exactly what they have designed all of the tools here for.
Even Pocket Procreate has, surprisingly, that's the iPhone version, has all the same functionalities as far as I can find so far, because I've been playing with Pocket Procreate before I got this iPad. And comparing it to what you were able to access on your iPad versus what I could do on the phone, it was so similar. The only big and very important difference, or many important differences, but one of the big ones was no pressure sensitivity.
Unless I think they sell like Bluetooth pens that you could have used, but that would be not the Apple Pencil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No Apple Pencil.
They have some like
connectivity.
third-party Bluetooth pencils or pens that you could get.
Yeah, I didn't end up researching that side too heavily, because ultimately it's a pretty limited canvas. Nice for like on the go in a situation where you obviously don't have access to.
You used it at
something
work when
larger.
you had some downtime.
Yeah, like
5
during
minutes
my
here,
lunch break or whatever.
5 minutes there.
But it did create a cute little animation on it. I really want to get to know more about the animation
We
tool.
should definitely do some fun animation.
I would love
stuff.
to do that. It's slow, but I think it's really streamlined on here. I did a little bit of research on how it is as an animation tool, like questions asked to actual animators.
Yeah, it's not
they
like.
said, oh yeah, it's nothing like.
Yeah, it's not like
great.
a fully fledged. It's not like Photoshop where you're gonna have all these different tools that you can work and play with.
Right. It's going to have some pretty
not-
limited functionality, so you won't be able to create.
It's not Flash.
It's not going to create any feature-length films, but or just like simple little animations.
Yeah, I definitely
Cute
think
ones.
you could do stuff like that in here. For sure.
I'd be.
Speaking of
willing to
doing
try.
stuff in here, what kind of finishing touches are you doing to your succulent over there?
Well, I'm really just deciding that the petals that I do have done, I'm gonna maybe
Polish those up?
polish those a little bit, and then just accept that a succulent is a complex creature. And
Wow,
I
that's
probably
beautiful.
won't get too much farther on it.
I feel like we need a segment of our show just called Abby Wisdom.
No, no.
Succulents are beautiful.
I would hate to listen back to it, just me like
Beautiful
deciding in the
creature.
moment. This sounds like a good thing, and then later on, like, oh,
Ah, darn, I have to edit this later.
I have to listen to myself, try to be wise. Nobody's great idea of a good time.
I am adding in somewhat some shading to this. It's coming along pretty well. I'm kind of liking it. I'm going to continue doing that, and then I'm going to call my succulent done.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to just, there's a lot of, each individual shape is not complex, but like add it all up, it just becomes a lot to kind of look at, and I think that's cool. I actually like simple, minimalistic kind of stuff, like pattern type stuff. Like a lot of the clothes I wear are very.
Yeah, you do like a tiny pattern in some of the clothes you wear.
Yeah.
This is true.
I need a succulent button up or something like that. That'd be fun.
Oh, that would
Add
be
that
cool.
to my wardrobe. I think I might have messed up on one of my little things here. I was trying to add like some extra shading. I feel like I need to erase that though. Let me go back in. You know what? Yeah, we'll get rid of this. This is nothing. It looks like something, but it's not.
It looks like something, but in the end, it was, in fact, nothing at all.
This is my best drawing ever.
Is it really?
Maybe.
Are you lying? I haven't looked in a while, so you could be actually telling the truth.
Okay, don't look. Whatever you do, don't look.
Okay, I won't look. Whatever I do.
It's a big reveal.
Okay.
You're gonna be so impressed.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited.
For once.
For once, I'll be very impressed, yes. I'm always impressed. You do good stuff.
That's very kind of you. I'm trying to accept compliments.
You're trying, yeah.
I got like two more little, what are these called? Fronds? Would these be fronds?
Oh, I suppose so.
They're your friends, but are they fronds?
With fronds like these, who needs anemones? Oh, little Finding Nemo
Abby
humor for you
Wisdom.
there.
This is our Abby Wisdom segment. With fronds like these. It's actually just a pun segment. Puns and wisdom are pretty much the same thing, right?
Synonymous.
Am I missing one? Hold on, I'm looking. Kind of got a little narrow there. Just making sure I didn't miss any, you know?
Don't want to miss anything.
Okay, I do like now for the big brain time. How do make black? Oh, there we go. And then a little maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming together, huh?
Don't look.
I won't
I'm
look, I won't
covering it
look.
up with my hand because you are the worst.
I am.
Just the
I didn't see anything though, I promise.
now you're just a liar. Okay, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do, Peg.
That was a terrible accent. All right, let's maybe go a little more like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Okay. Where? Oh, I'm getting confused. All right, I just want to try one last thing. Little blur. You know I love my Gaussian blur.
Gaussian blur. Such a nice thing. Yeah, get it on there.
Oh, what happened? Oh. I love how half of us drawing is like, oh, what did I do?
I know. That's definitely something I can relate to. Ah, oh, okay. Oh no, I'm on the wrong layer. Actually, I'm on the wrong layer here, technically, but nah.
You actually are on the wrong layer?
Well, this petal I was doing the color on a different layer, but I'm okay.
You're okay?
All right.
All right. I am finished with my succulent.
Nice.
Let me check out your succulent.
Okay. Let me just
Let's share.
figure out what I'm doing here. Let's share. I like it.
Let's share our succulents. I'll let you name my succulent, and I'll name yours.
Okay. Here we go. This is
Ooh.
my succulent.
Wow, you started getting in there with some blending, some brushwork. I like it.
Yeah. I didn't really get a time or inclination to finish up these outer petals, so I just gave them a little color.
No,
from
but yours,
succulent
what you
palette.
did do has a lot of depth.
Yeah.
And that's what I would have liked to have achieved in mine. some actual depth.
I wonder how that looks with like a darker color behind it. Yeah.
A nice royal red. It's a nice red.
That was fun. What did I learn from this? I asked myself. That putting these darker colors in the middle, like really highlighting the difference between the dark and the light, really made things pop a lot more than keeping it all like one
absolutely.
kind of value.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
That was a good color value study. And then I just really like all the colors in succulents.
Heck
And,
yeah. The succulent reference that you chose was really beautiful.
All right, let's see yours. I want to see.
Ta-da!
Oh, I like it. Ooh, that looks so nice. It looks like you could print that as a pin.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all like one
The first
flat.
Drawbli pin.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Why, thank you.
I like your little bit of a shadow behind it. It does look like one flat 2D image.
Yeah, I didn't have time to do shading like you, okay? Look,
when we upload it to clipart.com, they're going to be really grateful for
we
the
have to check if, like, clipart.com is, like, we got to make sure that's not, like, some weird site. Like,
I'm sure it's a perfectly normal site.
perfectly normal, I'm sure. We should totally look into this. But yes, we've created some more clip art.
I like the cleanliness of it, and I like the color you chose.
Just slapping your pencil in there, huh?
And,
fine, I'll do that too.
Chunk. And the green with the yellow. Good job.
Thank you. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You can, of course, join us by sharing your succulents online using the hashtag Drawbli, and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you, everybody.